everybody, it's Tina from Winds of Intuition. I'm here to do your weekly stone Astro-Chakra read. Ooh, that's a mouthful. So yes, this week I am going to use the stones instead of the cards for the weekly reads. And as always, I break them up into the elements, so there's 3 zodiac signs for each element. And this video is for the air signs. So that'll be Aquarius, Gemini, and Libras. Alright. And again, these are from May 6th through May 12th, 2019. So the weekly read for the air signs. Alright, Aqua. What do you need work on this week, Aqua? Ooh, Aqua. I pulled the hematite. It's black, kind of a shiny, metally color. I'm not sure how well that's coming across in the video. But it is the stone for the root, or base, root, however you'd like to call it, that runs from red to a deep red into a black. So Aqua, you really need to ground this week. I feel like you've been kind of running what we call the hamster wheel. I feel like you're all different directions, thinking of this, remembering this. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, maybe I could do this. Just a lot of ideas circling around, from daily things to projects to old ideas. Just a lot going on in the mind here, Aquarius. And that tends to make a person feel very off-kilter, not centered, being pulled in a bunch of different directions, no feeling of stillness of any kind. And another thing that happens is we kind of don't have a very good, our relationship with nature is kind of blocked when we're not grounded. So they're telling me to really get out into nature, Aqua. That's going to help ground you. Also, I feel that with the grounding, these ideas that you're having either have to do with your own well-being, because the root or the base chakra has to do with our essential needs, our water, our food, our shelter, our family, you know, things of that nature. So I don't know if you've been really in your head a lot because you're trying to make a big decision for yourself, either financially, like it's just a big decision. So it could be a new job, it could be a new business, a new relationship, a move. I'm even hearing possible births. But you're really in your head about it. So you're really focused on your needs or your family needs right now. But it's kind of getting a little bit in the way because you're a little bit too focused on it, Aquarius, which again is making you feel ungrounded, not even like confusion. You just don't feel like everything's connecting like it usually does. It's because this is your base. This is like, I see the root chakra at the bottom of the feet, even though that's not where it is. That's how I see it. It's going into the ground, roots going in down to the center of the earth, so that Mother Earth can cleanse and nurture us and energize us, heal us, release us. And as I say releasing, they're asking you to release all this worry. I'm getting the word worry. Release the worry. Because that's a lot of what's throwing you off balance, Aquas. There's a lot of worry here. And I'm not saying that, you know, there isn't things to be worried about. It's just don't obsess over them. I'm feeling there's just a lot of focus on this worry about your well-being or your family's well-being, or just a big decision going on here. And it's just really got you off balance. So again, they're saying to go into nature. That is so grounding. Also, other things that help are music, carrying stones, or wearing jewelry made of red or black stones, or petrified wood is another great grounding stone. You can wear the colors black, red. Eating things in that color range also helps the chakras align. But I'm seeing like releasing to Mother Earth. So whatever it is, kind of give it to Mother Earth to heal and cleanse and send back to you, or the universe. And trust in what you're getting back. I'm also hearing that, Aqua. Because yeah, once this gets back on board, you won't feel I'm also getting a feel of being very exhausted because of all this. Actually, sometimes mental work is more exhausting than physical work. And like I said, I felt a lot of the hamster wheel. Thinking, then the heart, then not sure what should do, thinking again, and just going over. Slow it down, focus it. If you have to do a pros and cons thing, do that as well. But they're again telling me to get out in nature, Aqua. So that's for you this week. Alright, next we have the Gemini. I hope you guys are having a great week. I can't believe we're already into May. So excited for summer. Alright, Gemini. Wow, Gemini 2. Air signs need some grounding, I guess. So you too here, kind of the same thing. Now, Gemini, I'm getting more so that you're focused. I mean, it's not that it's not towards you or your family, but I'm feeling that it's kind of like an over, what's the word I want to use? Gemini, like you're over focused on material things right now. And I'm hearing the guides come in and saying, material things, some are a necessity, some are nice to have, but there's so much more out there than material things is what I'm getting, Gemini. They're telling me to have you focused more on the people around you. Not always worrying so much this week about your own needs is what I'm getting. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing to worry about your own needs, because we all have to. I'm talking about when it's like, oh, I have to have this, and because it's a certain name brand, or I need to have this, and I just can't live without it. Well, of course we can live without it. We want it. But, I kind of see it as... kind of like when we're kids and we really want something so bad and that's all we think about. We can't handle it and we want it, and, bug our parents or bug Santa or Easter Bunny or whoever can bring it to us. We play for it, I don't know, maybe a day or a week if we're lucky, really into it. And I mean, sometimes we hang on to it for longer than that. But most of the time, it wears off and we put it to the side. So, kind of weigh out here, Gemini, what's more important, material things or the non-material, like the experiences, the interactions with others, the memories you're making with your friends, family, significant other. You also need to get back out into nature, they're saying. And I just keep seeing this tunnel vision, like it's just really worried about things, getting things, and you're really putting aside yourself and others, and they're trying to send you signs, but I think you're so preoccupied, Gemini, that you're not paying attention to that. So keep an eye out for the signs, get out into nature, start paying a little bit more attention to the people around you too, and it's not all about what we can buy or have or how many things we have. It's about the time spent and the adventure and the experience and the ones we love. That's what's so important, Gemini. And I feel this week you just need to get back onto that balance instead of being so tunneled focused on things and your wants and your needs, and just look around is what I'm getting. Look around and see the beauty in everything. Things that don't cost money, Gemini, this week. That's for you. All right, our last one's Libra. I'm trying to, if you see me look down, I'm trying to write down so I can timestamp for you guys this time. All right, Libras. What chakra are you needing a little help with this week? All right, Libras. The intuition, the third eye. Libra, I feel like you have been getting some, like we say, some awakenings as well in the third eye. You might have been getting a lot of headaches this past weekend or maybe into the beginning of the week, because you're getting a lot of energy focused to here. But also you're a little, I'm getting like a preoccupied type feeling, like you're thinking a lot, which of course you're an air sign. Libras overthink way too much, always balance. But I'm also feeling like there's some challenges or things you want to do that you're kind of talking yourself out of. Maybe it's a business or a project or a trip. But I really feel it has to do with your intuition. I also feel, Libra, that you've been having some sleeping issues, which Amethyst is good to help you with the sleeping issues, along with Howlite and what's the other one? Scolasite are very good to help you sleep. Also, that I feel that you may need to speak up, as I'm getting a knot in my throat. But it's like you want to move forward, but you're kind of stepping back from the challenge, which sometimes happens when the third eye is closed, because you're not... It's like you're overthinking, so it's shutting this intuition down in one way, and then you're getting like these bursts of energy, so there's not balance there. And they're also telling me that, again, they're going back to, this has to do with a lot of the Libras that have gifts. You're not trusting in your gifts enough is what I'm hearing. That seems to be why when you get the blockage, you're not trusting in what you have. Or you're trying to compare. There's no need to compare is what I'm hearing. Everybody's gifts are their own. Everybody does everything their own way, Libra. You don't have to be like this one or that one, because your gift is unique to you. So stop being in your head so much about your gifts and your intuition. And don't let other people get in your head about it. If spirituality, holistic things, energy healing, intuition, spiritual gifts, mediumship, any of that stuff, if that's what you are drawn to, if that's what you feel you're supposed to be doing, don't let yourself or somebody else talk you out of it, Libra. Because Libras sometimes can be people pleasers, and they try to please everybody, and they're not pleasing themselves. And I feel once you start believing in yourself and take on these challenges, this is going to open up, because it's almost like telling your intuition, I'm not sure if you're telling me the right thing. So then it's kind of like, well, this is all hypothetical, of course. Well, we're not going to work as hard because she's not paying any attention to us anyway. Or She's not trusting in what we're giving her. Always trust in your gifts, because when you don't trust in them, that's when they get foggy. That's when your intuition is going to get blocked, because you're overthinking. And they also want me to remind some Libras that tune in a lot. There has to always be balance when you're working with your spiritual gifts. You can't be reading or connecting or channeling all the time up here and not spending the same amount of time down here on the earth plane, because we are still earthly beings. So the guides are just reminding everyone here, no matter what sign you are, you always have to have balance. Don't always be here and don't always be here. Meet in the middle, which should be something the Libras understand a lot, because I'm a Libra, and yes, we always want the balance. We always want to... The balance is what I keep hearing. So again, carry the amethyst, wear amethyst, eat some purple foods, wear purple, concentrate more on your third eye, and just trust in yourself, Libra. That's, I think, where the block is coming this week. But also notice that some of you are getting these massive bouts of energy as well, and possibly headaches or pressure, because some of us are also getting downloads at the same time to increase our gifts or our awareness as well. All right, air signs, I thank you for taking the time and subscribing to the channel and watching, because I couldn't do this without you. Again, if you're enjoying the stones, please let me know in the comments, as I'd like to give you guys as much variety as I can. And again, you can also watch me on the Winds of Intuition Facebook page. Every Tuesday I go live for free, and then throughout the week I do some expedited discount readings. Or you can always just browse the page and book a private reading. Alright guys, I'll see you again. Have a great week, air signs. Blessings all. Bye.